Down on cyber stalking. We are learning more about these cyber crimes after a Detroit man was arrested for harassing 18 local girls online. Studies show that 40% of adult users have experienced cyber harassment. 70% of young adults have been victimized. News 4's Jen Shantz tells us what law enforcement learned from this case.
Master manipulator. That's what the FBI and U.S. Attorney Hochul are calling James Allen, but he isn't an expert hacker. They say that's another area of concern. The 38-year-old Detroit man was working as a DJ when he was arrested. He was convicted of the production of child pornography and cyber stalking. Yesterday, he was sentenced to just over 20 years behind bars.
People think because this is a crime perpetrated via the internet that there's a fair level of computer-related sophistication, and that's often not the case. Sometimes it's just hobbyists.
Allen, who doesn't have a connection to Western New York, created a fake website to obtain personal information about the Kenmore victims. He coerced them into Skyping with him, threatening he had already obtained nude photos that he would release.
In this case, our subject succeeded in convincing these victims that he had these pictures, whether he had them or not.
In the posts that were sent in the chat messages between Mr. Allen and the minor victims, they were hostile, they were evil, it was emotional torture.
After a tip from Kenmore police, the FBI was able to crack Allen's encrypted computer, which had screenshots of the victims on it. It's called sextortion, blackmailing individuals to obtain sexual content. 70% of sextortion victims are teenage girls. U.S. Attorney Hochul stressed the importance of using state resources and tip lines to keep your kids safe. But the most important deterrent of cyber crimes, he says, is having those sometimes difficult conversations.
Keep it short, but by all means, continue to repeat it.
Law enforcement hopes Allen's sentencing will serve as a reminder for offenders that cybercrime is not taken lightly. Coming up tonight at 6, what responsibility do social media platforms have, and how the FBI is staying ahead of the curve. Reporting in downtown Buffalo, Jen Shantz, News 4 at 5:30.